Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's an honor to be here with you as we prepare for one of the most momentous days of the entire year. It is Guru Purnima, and this year it happens on July 9th. And what I'd like to do today is help us prepare for this day. And how do we do that? We have our energetic preparations, our mental preparations, and our devotional or heart blooming preparations. And so let's begin. First, what is Guru Purnima? It is the full moon of the Guru. It is the most sacred and revered day of the year for traditions that embody having a guru or a teacher, which are most traditions. And this is the one day where the veil between the human and the divine is thinnest. It gives us most access to these divine beings, to these masters, whether they're embodied or in the ether. And we have so many of them, right? And if you're lucky enough to have studied directly with a master in this lifetime, then you'll want to connect with that being. And here at Pillai Center, for us, it is Dr. Pillai. So we'll be talking through some of the ways you can connect with him in preparation for the full moon of the Guru, and also connect with him on the full moon of the Guru as well. So as I said, the veil between the human and the divine is the thinnest. It gives us this amazing opportunity to connect, to grow, and to blossom. Dr. Pillai has said that the Guru is the remover of ignorance, the bringer of light. Imagine you're in a room of darkness and the light goes on. You now see things that you didn't see before. And that is what the Guru does. It shines light upon our soul, hopefully our eyes as well, to help us see what we cannot see right now. And it brings that next level of the dimensional interplay of allowing us to awaken from a spiritual perspective, and also in a tangible, be more intelligent, create better choices in our life, and have a more profound level of success while we are in this lifetime. So that is what we can kind of take into consideration for what is available to us. So no matter what your path is, pick your teacher and who you'll be honoring on this great day. And it's a great day for a gratitude, awakening, and really making leaps in our spiritual growth. And that's why you don't want to miss it. And Dr. Pillai talks about power times. These are the gateways, the openings. And once they're gone, right? You have to wait another whole year. So I don't want you to have to wait a whole another year. So waiting is a waste of time. Let's take advantage of it right now. So this cosmic portal opens, and this year is July 9th. The energies kind of go, a day before, a day after. So take this as a few days in terms of the energetic kind of interplay here. And what you can access more freely is grace, the grace of the Guru. As I said, this light that's shining down, that is the grace. And grace usually comes to us based on past life merits or something we've done in this lifetime to have access to that. So this is something we should be very grateful for, regardless of how it came into play. Old patterns can be dissolved on this particular day, and then divine connections become more palatable. So if we want to receive the Guru's energy, what would we need to do? And here's some practical advice. Recently, Dr. Pillai said, why did Jesus ask people to love him? It's so that they could feel his love. The love is this gateway. It's the connection that makes everything work. So if you have a guru, or if your guru is Dr. Pillai, the first step is love. To love him unconditionally, right? And it's usually beyond your logical reasoning anyway. Sometimes you love someone or something just because. And I'll tell you, the first time I ever saw Dr. Pillai, he walked into the room. I didn't know this person. I never saw him before. I was invited to a seminar. And from the moment he walked into the door to sitting down in his chair, my heart just cracked open. I was like, oh, love was there, and it was an immediate presence. So your first step is love. And inside of love becomes bhakti or devotion. And that means you want to connect with that loving energy, that that energy of surrender. And then miracles will enter your life through that portal, through the heart center. That's not for everybody. There's different paths in yoga. We're not going to get into that. But that's one way of connecting with the guru. So topic is how to receive the energy of Guru Purnima is to first feel love. And if you can't quite feel love, start with gratitude, just being super grateful for whether it's Dr. Pillai or other divine beings in your life that have contributed to your well-being, just being grateful and allowing that presence to change you. The presence of gratitude and love, that interplay, that interchange. Next way to connect is to be still. And in the Bible, be still and know that you are God. Be still. Quieting the mind. The mind is this super chatter that keeps us not connected to who we are. And in order to connect who we are, our divine self, our love, our light, when we connect in that way, we then get to connect with these divine beings, right? So quieting the chatter. Next is just to be ready. Like if you haven't been before, this is the moment to just be open. Be open to the divine. Say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready on this day. I'll be ready on this day. I am ready right now. And that is one of the ways you can prepare. So we have gratitude, we have love, we have being still and listening deeply inwardly, and then we have being open. So those are 4 ways to prepare to receive the energy of grace on this powerful day. Okay, so how can you practically, in a practical way, prepare for this day? I'll give you a few techniques. One is mantra. Dr. Pillai says the mantra protects the mind from what thoughts? We just talked about how thoughts are kind of creating separation between us and our true divine self and that connection that is possible. So repeating a mantra, listening to a mantra, in this case, it would be the Guru Gita. We were just playing it. We'll post a link below this video when we're done so that you have access to that mantra. And that's a way, it's a beautiful, heartfelt way of connecting with the gurus, right? So mantra. Next, on Guru Purnima, the day of the full moon of the Guru, you'll want to light a ghee lamp or a candle. Just a way of representing light, bringing that into your world. If you happen to have a picture of Dr. Pillai or any other being or guru that you're honoring, have that in front of you. Next is meditation. So you're playing the mantra perhaps, and now just be silent, focus on the third eye, or focus on your heart, or focus on the image, and quiet the mind. As thoughts come, let them go. Okay? And then the final thing you can do on Guru Purnima is write down your intentions. As you're listening and as you're meditating and being in this space of quietness, of stillness, you may receive messages. So you want to write those down. Or you may have an intention that comes to you or an intention that you have, write that down. And you're solidifying. When you write something, you're making it real for yourself. So it's just a good day to solidify the energies that are going to be so profound on this really amazing day. Next, how to shift your karma on that day as well as in preparation. So we're 10 days out from Guru Purnima itself. And Pillai Center is actually hosting karma removal chanting, which is a great way for you to be preparing for this very special day. So I invite you to explore that. And if you're not in that program, then you can simply chant Tirunilakantam as the mantra at the throat and do this every day just for a couple minutes. And that is a way to clear away these karmic patterns, habits that have become part of your life that you no longer want, and kind of preparing yourself for this very special day. So as I mentioned, we're in the 10-day countdown. You'll have the preparations for removing your karma. You can create a sacred space in advance. So on this day, you don't want to just be blindsided that it's already here. So by July 7th, which is when our 3-day program starts. So if you're joining us, you'll want to be prepared by July 7th with a sacred space. Have something at home where you will be, and it makes it unique and special. It should be clean. It should be, if it's your puja area, this is a great time of year to just take everything off, clean off your table, wash your cloths, replace them, hydrate all your deities and yantras or whatever you have on your altar. Make it clean. Clean your space. Get something new, a new candle or candle holder, something like that. If you can get ghee, even if you have a candle, just place a little drop of ghee inside of the candle. That's a wonderful way of bringing this divine element, which is ghee, into your space. So creating your sacred space, making sure it's clean. Next, commit to this daily practice for 10 days. Chanting Tiruni Lakantam every day to clear the karmic blocks. Sitting in meditation for a few more minutes, and just doing that cleansing. So, and then so as you create your sacred space, do your preparations, inwardly be open, as we said, to be prepared for this day when this grace floods the earth plane and all these divine beings come rushing to help us. Next is fasting from negativity. There are some people who fast food-wise, and I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving you advice in that area, but if you feel like cutting out any particular foods that are heavy or dense, don't make you feel good, and sticking to a more clean diet in preparation to the days leading up to this special event, then you might want to do that. But of course, do what's best for your body, and do your research on that. Fasting, perhaps in food, fasting from negativity. If you have a particular habit on social media, or even with communication with friends or family, where things get negative, maybe interacting socially with people who are not very high vibration, take a step back from that. Take a step back. This is a time of year where you want to preserve your energy. And when you do that, you'll see the difference. Maybe you won't want to go back to those old habits. So give yourself that time of fasting from negativity, fasting from negative influences. You may feel like you have to, be in their presence. You don't have to. You don't have to. This is your life, right? Make those choices that are good for you. And even if it's just temporary, even if it's for the next 10 days or a week, allow yourself, give yourself that time and space to be able to make the most of this precious opportunity that we have during this full moon. And planning your events. So planning anything that you may be doing for these, July 7th through 9th. If you're joining us for Guru Purnima, Dr. Pillai's session, there's an in-person version of that, which is in the Washington, D.C. area. There's still room for you to attend. It'd be wonderful to have you. And if you'll be joining us virtually, then there's also ways for you to prepare in advance for these July 7th through 9th. And once you join the virtual program, we will actually send you some ways to prepare, because Dr. Pillai will be doing a karma removal session on July 7th. So I talked about karma. I talked about how this is an amazing opportunity. And here we have the 13th moon prior to the full moon, which is called Predosium. It is the most powerful day to remove karma. And it happens to fall on a Monday. Mondays are ruled by the moon, and the moon gives us access to the mind and emotions. So now we have a karma removal day on a Monday, which means removing karmic blocks in your mind and emotions, which, let's face it, we all need that. So this is a portal, an energy window opening on this day, July 7th, and preparing us for July 9th. Couldn't be asked for anything better, right? To give us these additional blessings. And when you join virtually, Dr. Pillai is giving a new technique on how to literally cut karma. And you'll get those details once you enroll. So July 7th is the karma removal day. We'll be hosting it during the most powerful time of the day, which is the window before about an hour and a half before sunset on the 13th moon. So in the evening, 6 to 9, I believe we'll be together on July 7th, and that is Eastern time. So that's July 7th. And then on July 8th, we have 3 sessions during the retreat. So whether you're with us in person or at home, again, this is why you should prepare in advance to have a sacred space. If you are joining us virtually, you are still on the retreat. It's still a 3-day retreat. We're still kicking it off with this intense karma removal technique from Dr. Pillai, and then moving into 2 full days of sessions, morning and evening sessions with him, and midday sessions with Pillai Center teachers. There might even be additional sessions added for, just bonus for your benefits and blessings. So that's day 1. Day 2, we have starting day 2 with Hiramba Ganapati, the golden Ganesha. And Dr. Pillai recently told me that he's going to do something very special that he hasn't done before, which is revealing the siddhi powers of Ganesha. Ganesha can do anything. He can do anything. He's a god who can do anything. And so he has special siddhi powers. And Dr. Pillai will be revealing some of those siddhi powers to us. And the golden Ganesha is the non-depleting wealth. Like, it doesn't ever go away. He just has mountains of gold. So what a blessing. We'll have the initiation into golden Ganesha. And then that evening, which is Tuesday, we'll have the initiation into Muruga and Muruga's siddhi powers. Again, Dr. Pillai mentioned to me recently that he's going to do something special with Muruga's siddhi powers. And what type of siddhi powers Muruga has? Health, third eye awakening, removal of negativity, defeating enemies. So things, of course, we all need, right? And then on Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars, which is Muruga's day. And the next day is a Wednesday, and that is when the full moon starts later in the day. And that morning will be a special session. Dr. Pillai has recently mentioned several different things that he's going to do that day. Could be Muruga, could also be these other divine beings who are coming to him. So we will see how that plays out. And then the evening session, which is like the most amazing thing I think Dr. Pillai has ever done, is Sri Vidya, the Sri Vidya initiation on the full moon of the Guru. For those of you who don't understand the magnitude of this, I can't even put it to words. The Sri Vidya, people wait lifetimes to receive this initiation. And Dr. Pillai was telling the story on how this very advanced soul, this Rishi, was waiting for his Sri Vidya initiation and didn't even receive it. Dr. Pillai is giving it to everyone who registers for that night. And he said why he's kind of opened this up to more people, or people in general, is because the world is ready. The world is ready for us to receive this 16-syllable mantra. And just as a aside from where, my experiences with Dr. Pillai, I've been studying with him for 25 years now. And one time on a goddess retreat, he was supposed to do the Sri Vidya, and he gave like half the syllables, right? Another time in India, he was going to do the Sri Vidya, he gave like 2 syllables. So then there's 16 entire syllables. He's never given it publicly. He has chosen a few people personally and given it to them, but he's never given it like this. And so if you have ever wanted to have a goddess initiation, this is literally the ultimate goddess initiation, the ultimate goddess mantra. And it is happening on the full moon of the Guru. So you couldn't get a better timing, you couldn't get a better mantra, and you couldn't get a better master to deliver it to you, an authentic master who cares only about your evolution and wants to impart this with love and sincerity and authenticity. And that's what we get. And that is why this is so monumental. We actually have a scholarship open for those who really want to be there but cannot afford to attend the session, the evening session with Dr. Pillai. So the scholarship link is below. Please fill that in, and we will be revealing 20 people. It's randomly selected, 20 people who will enjoy that as a gift. Your soul must have wanted it for lifetimes, and here we are. So that is, what's so special. I'm going to just quickly sorry, one moment. I'm going to quickly share my screen because there's actually so many offerings this year. I don't want you to get confused. So let me show you this. So if you're joining us virtually, which means online, there's many options. Here are the first 4 options. The Sri Vidya, which I just mentioned, which is the full moon of the Guru night, or you can do 2 full days, which is July 8th and July 9th, or you can do all 3 days, which is the Predosium that I mentioned, July 7th, 8th, and 9th, or you can do July 7th, 8th, and 9th, plus rituals that are done on your behalf. And then click here to see your currency. We have different currencies sometimes. Now, if you want to join other options, let's say you want to just join the Harama Ganapati, or you want to join just the Muruga session, those are sold separately as well, but you have to click through on this link. And then your in-person experience, of course, we would love to have you in person. And here are the ways that you can join. You can just join for the 1 day. One day, 2 day, 3 day, or 3 day with rituals. And those are your options. And of course, as we are being I should say that the 3 day and options are the ones where Dr. Pillai will do a touch initiation. And of course, that is only available to those in person because he will literally be touching you. It's an eye initiation as well as a touch initiation. So those who are at home will receive the eye initiation, and those in the room will receive the touch initiation. And there's payment. Well, no, there's no more payment plan. Sorry about that. And then there's the rituals that you can join separately if you would like some proxy remedies done on your behalf. And there's an early bird special register by July 1st for these. I won't go into all those details. So those are your options. And now I'd love to take any questions if you have them. Is there virtual via Zoom? Yes, the virtual will be via Zoom. So that's how you'll be able to join us. Oops. Sorry about that. All right, I don't see any other questions, so we'll go ahead and conclude. Thank you all for being here. I hope that this is helpful to you. I hope that you see how important this very special day is in connecting with the divine beings, all the masters that have been, gracing us, whether we know it or not, giving honor to them and reverence to them. And in particular, Dr. Pillai, if he is your guru, he's my guru, so I don't have an issue with stating that. And I will be there on Guru Purnima for the 3-day event. And I hope to see you either online or there in the room and meet you there in person. Wishing you a blessed next 10 days in preparation for Guru Purnima, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.